All right, guys. So I told myself that I was not going to make this video. However, I'm compelled to make the video because I guess my opinion is out there on the internet now about this situation dealing with Steven Crowder and his wife. Now, disclaimer here, the information or me talking about this topic is only as of the making of this video. There could be more information that comes out by the time you guys see this video, especially considering how social media operates. But I did talk about it during a live stream with Chaotic Truth, who's a channel that you guys should definitely check out. I'm going to actually place a link to the live stream that I did with him. We had a great conversation, and the topic of Steven Crowder came up, and I spoke on it. So I want to show you guys what I said about the situation. And again, I wasn't going to do a video about this, even though people were asking me to do it, to comment on the situation. And the reason why is because I was uncomfortable doing a video about it because, quite honestly, guys, I just don't know, right? I'm not particularly super interested in other people's relationships and trying to analyze their relationships when there's just so much I don't know about the dynamics of the relationship. And I think that people are very quick to judge things based off, very limited information, okay? So I'm just taking a stance of I really don't know. And his wife being pregnant in that situation definitely makes it look really bad. That's definitely not the way I would talk to my wife if she was pregnant carrying my child, right? Not something I would have done. But again, my overall takeaway is that we really just don't know. But this is basically what I have to say about it. And I'm gonna play the clip for you guys who haven't seen it of the Steven Crowder argument with his wife, just a clip just to remind you guys of the argument. And then after that, I'm gonna play my conversation with Chaotic Truth so you guys can get my perspective and also his perspective as well too on that situation. Take a look.
Because I drew a boundary. I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary of abusive and cruel. You were not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
There is no groceries. I do have
steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request, but I'll go do it. How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect the man? Yes. How does a man respect? How does a man receive love and respect? The only way out of this is discipline and respect. If the only way out of it, then we're at an impasse.
We are at an impasse.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline and respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up, Steven.
Hillary, you give up so easily. I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Steven, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Steven, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just stop engaging for a little bit, okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it. You go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right. We're at an impasse. Become someone, listen to me, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife. Hillary, come on now.
I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to engage anymore. I'm going to go. I'll text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not going to.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to it. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm gonna just
walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to get the medication the dogs take? Don't you take that in?
So, what say you about Crowder and that situation with his wife?
Honestly, man, like when I first heard about it and I first saw it, I was like, man, I'm single. I'm not married. And, I want to get married. I want to find the right one and I want to do the whole, traditional thing. But I do consume quite a bit of like the red pill content, and I do listen to the arguments that the red pill community puts out there against trad cons is what they call them. And I think that there's some valid points about how today relationship dynamics are so much different than they were back in the 40s and the 50s. That we're in a whole different ball game in terms of dynamics between men and women, and then considering how divorce laws and custody laws are all skewed towards women, and the marketplace for dating when it comes to women. That Crowder situation, when I first saw it, really made me depressed. Okay, in the sense that I thought, well, dang, if this is what he going through, like, what hope does any man have? You know what I'm saying? But I saw the video. I'm not gonna comment too much on the actual video itself because it was only 3 minutes. You can't really judge a relationship based off a 3-minute argument. I know a whole lot of people were sympathetic towards Crowder's wife because she was like 8 months pregnant at the time or something like that. Okay. And I get that. I understand that. But it was only like 3 or 4 minutes. If you capture video of any couple arguing for 3 or 4 minutes, they gonna say the most messed up stuff in the world. I mean, I was in a long-term relationship for a long time, for years. And I mean, we said some crazy stuff to each other. You know what I'm saying? That if you saw it in, just a 3-minute segment, you would think that, okay, this is insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that's every relationship. So I haven't personally talked about it because of that aspect. I simply don't know. And I'm not really super interested in trying to analyze other people's relationships when there's just so much I don't know about the relationship on a day-to-day basis.
Okay. My take is this. Certain people were calling him a monster. And I totally did a show on this the other day, and I said the same thing you're saying. 3 minutes, we don't know what happened before that. We don't know the dynamics of how they communicate with each other. To me, it looked just like a disagreement. But for people to call him a monster, whether they are conservatives or liberals, is absolutely egregious to me. I think this is a ploy to undermine Steven Crowder. Because if he's a monster, my question is, what is Adolf Hitler then? If he's a monster, what is Jeffrey Dahmer then? So it's like I feel like that terminology, monster on a man, it's the margin is too spread. The margin is too wide, and I feel like that it sets a precedent to call any man a monster. Yeah, and when a man is called a monster, he's put in the same category. Hey man, that's Hitler. If you ask me. Yeah. So what are the metrics here?
He didn't hit her. He didn't put his hand. I mean, he didn't hit her.
He didn't do anything like that. So, and again, some of the same people were calling him a monster. There was a lot of channels that I went to, black women especially. I challenged them. I said, "Oh, okay. Well, what is R. Kelly? Because you black women love R. Kelly. What about Chris Brown? He's 6'3", 200 pounds, athletic beyond belief. He ragdoll Rihanna, but you black women love Chris Brown. So what is Chris Brown then?" But it's just the fact that people pick and choose who to like, who not to like in this country. And they don't like conservatives, and they don't like Steven Crowder. I could give a damn about if Steven Crowder had a toxic work environment. He's the boss. So, we've lost the whole boss employer dynamic. I don't give a damn what he was doing in the studios. And some people brought that up. But the fact of the matter is that you're bringing up things that have nothing to do with what happened outside in that backyard. The man isn't a monster. He wants his wife who's pregnant to be at home, because at the end of the day, if something were to happen to her, if she would have taken that car, he would be responsible. If it was a car accident, somebody pointed her out and said that's Crowder's wife, he would have been responsible. He did the work of the Lord that day by putting his foot down. That's all I got to say about it, though.